Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. Today I want to be talking about BlackBerry and exactly how they fell from grace so hard and so quick. Now, as many of you older than 25 will probably already know, BlackBerry used to be the only smartphone out there. You get that phone, and then you get bricks, or you get other units that don't have an alphabetical keyboard on it. You have to press one like 3 times to get to B, and texts were something else altogether. Back in the day, BlackBerry definitely ruled the scenery. But the thing is, it was very high priced, and it was mostly only used in enterprise. BlackBerry was known to be really good in enterprise, really well, really secure, and they were the first people to bring up a proprietary text message app. Um, BlackBerry Message, I believe it was. I can't remember anymore. Anyways, there was a few times, just as it was starting to fall from grace, that there were a few days this instant messaging service stopped working, and it immediately affected the market. Immediately. Then all of a sudden comes Apple and Android, or I should say iOS, iPhone and Android. And suddenly consumers were getting into these phones that they would pay a lot of money for because they could get a lot of things. They could get a lot of free apps under the understanding that the apps would send personal information back and basically invade the privacy. But people would rather have free and no privacy than they would to actually spend money. It seems to be a great hurdle for people to go online and put their credit card information in. So unfortunately, BlackBerry started losing stock because there was a lot of companies, a lot of enterprise companies that decided to make people bring their own devices. And when they brought their own devices, they weren't BlackBerry. BlackBerry's always been known to be very expensive, which was definitely unfortunate. But the whole time, BlackBerry was still keeping up with the old school business mentality. Their What they were known for, what they were best at, what people wanted them for, was to be within the enterprise. And unfortunately, enterprise people don't often change like they should. CEOs don't catch up with the times as quickly as cell phone manufacturers should. And other cell phones came around, and with everyone throwing money into them, they got a foothold in there. Then all of a sudden, all the CEOs look over at Apple, at Android, and they see these cool new devices, but BlackBerry doesn't have these things, because BlackBerry is doing their own thing, because these old CEOs, these old C-level executives were saying, no, we don't want change. We don't want change. This is perfect. This is what we're going with. And unfortunately, because of that, especially because there wasn't much third-party support within their app world, and all their apps were definitely very expensive, they just didn't have the support they needed. And slowly everyone started migrating away because the power was with the cheaper phones for the consumers, and that's the way it went. And that's pretty much how BlackBerry fell. Now, BlackBerry isn't 100% done, it's not 100% gone, but it pretty well is. They no longer make hardware, they focus on software. A long time ago, actually about a year now, there was a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of women that took nudes with their iPhones, and their iPhones basically got hacked because they were doing things like leaving the security message, or to unlock the password, to change the password. They were leaving questions like, where did I meet my husband or wife, and then they'd make biographies where they have that information in there. Unfortunately, that definitely didn't work out in their favor. BlackBerry has always been about the security. It's unfortunate that that they're not around so much anymore. Well, I got a friend here, so that's it, guys. Have a good one. Bye bye.